Hello and welcome to Markets via Deven Choksey, the daily market podcast where we decode the Indian financial markets. Let's get started by understanding what's happening with the global markets. The GIFT Nifty is flat this morning, indicating a flat to positive start for the Indian markets. The Asian markets have opened higher, where Nikkei and Kospi did rise more than 1%. Taking a look at the US market, the US futures trade lower after cash market ended higher on Thursday. US market rallied, Nasdaq hit a record high where Dow snapped 3-day losing streak. Stock-specific action is also witnessed in the global market, which one needs to consider. However, US weekly initial jobless claim did fall to 1.87 lakh versus 2.02 lakh in the previous week. US 10-year yield remains above 4% on soft weekly initial jobless claims data. Talking about the energy pack and bullion market, the Brent crude is trading near $80 a barrel on US inventories draw and strong oil demand outlook by IEA. And last but not the least, gold prices did fall. Dollar index is steady at 103 mark. So this is how the global sentiment for the Friday session this morning looks like. Let us now take a look at the trade setup for the trading session today. It being the last trading session of this week, Friday's session, after falling more than 800 points from its record high, the Nifty 50 showed around 177 points recovery from day's low of around 21,286 and closed with 0.5% loss in the yesterday's trading session. If the index recovers further, then 21,550 is expected to be an immediate resistance, followed by 21,650 and 21,700 levels, while the immediate support is likely to be at 21,400 followed by 21,300 mark. In the yesterday's session, the Sensex declined around 314 points to close at 71,187, while the Nifty 50 was down around 110 points at 21,462 and formed a high wave kind of candlestick pattern on the daily charts, indicating the volatility. The Nifty slipped below the rising trend line of the daily chart, suggesting a bearish trend reversal. Besides, the index has fallen below the critical near-term moving average. Now the trend is likely to remain weak as long as the index stays below 21,550. There are chances that 21,550 and above might weaken the bears. Until then, bears might control the market. On the lower end, support is placed at 21,400. A drift below 21,400 might take Nifty for a revisit to 21,250 to 21,200. As we clearly see for Nifty 50 below 21,550, the weakness could be seen towards 21,300 to 21,250 zone, while on the upside hurdle shift higher on 21,550 and 21,650 zones. If we take a look at the sentiments and talk about the key support and resistance for Nifty and Bank Nifty. For Nifty is likely to take immediate support at 21,332 followed by 21,272 and 21,175, while on the higher side it may see an immediate resistance at 21,486 followed by 21,586 and 21,683 levels. Meanwhile, in yesterday's session, the Bank Nifty saw yet another gap down opening and extended losses for third consecutive session, falling 351 points to 45,714. The banking index has formed a bullish candlestick pattern with long upper shadow on the daily time frame as the closing was higher than opening levels. The index has recovered to 83 points from day's low. The index's immediate support is positioned at 45,500 to 45,400 zone, and a successful defense of this level could trigger a rebound towards 46,500. For Bank Nifty, it is expected to take support at 45,488 followed by 45,310 and 45,023 levels, while on the higher side, the index may see resistance at 45,783 followed by 46,242 and 46,529 levels. Let us now take a look at the important results which will be posted during the trading session today, and the list is long. Reliance Industries, Hindustan Unilever, Ultratech Cement, 197 Communications, the Paytm Company, RBL Bank, Hindustan Zinc, CESC, Credit Access Grameen, Hudson Agro, Websol Energy are amongst the list of the quarterly earnings which will be seen on the 19th, that is today's trading session. However, we also need to consider what's going to happen on the 20th of January, as it being a Saturday. But of course, the banks and financials heavyweight majors like ICICI Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank are going to post their numbers. Many bank companies will be posting their numbers on the weekend, that is on Saturday, January 20th, and we will, of course, see the impact when the market opens up on 22nd of January. So ICICI Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Union Bank of India, IDBI Bank, IDFC First Bank, Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency, Persistent Systems, Aarti Surfactants, Canfin Homes, Jammu and Kashmir Bank, JK Cement, LKP Securities, Rosari Biotech, Sasha Shai Paper, Sport King India, Tattvachintan Chemicals, Tattvachintan Pharma Chemical, and Vari Renewable Technologies are the few companies which will be posting its quarterly earnings on the 20th of January. That is this Saturday. So we have a lot of numbers to cover during Friday and Saturday, and of course Reliance Industries is the much awaited number which will be in focus for tomorrow, of course backed by FMCG major HUL and cement major Ultratech Cement as well, and other list of numbers as well which we just discussed. Let's now take a look at the stocks and news. Keep an eye on IndusInd Bank, the private sector lender, reported slightly better than expected earnings for the quarter ended December FY24, with standalone net profit at 17% on a year-on-year basis to 2,297 crore, and net interest income rising 18% to 5,296 crore. Poonawalla FinCorp will be in focus as the non-banking finance company has registered a massive 76% year-on-year growth in net profit at 265 crore for October to December period of FY24. Revenue from operations during the same period grew by 52% at 762 crore. Keep an eye on Metro Brands as the footwear retailer recorded a 12.6% year-on-year decline in consolidated net profit at 98 crore for quarter ended December FY24, impacted by weak operating margin performance. Revenue from operations during the same period grew by 6.1% to 636 crore compared to a year ago period. Shoppers Stop is another stock which will be in focus as the department store chain registered a 41% year-on-year fall in consolidated net profit at 37 crore for quarter ended December FY24, impacted partly by weak operating numbers and lower other income. Revenue from operations increased by 8.8% on a year-on-year basis to 1,238 crore in Q3 FY24. Keep an eye on Supreme Petrochem as the polystyrene polymer producer recorded a 25% year-on-year decline in net profit at 68 crore for October to December quarter of FY24, dented by tepid top-line growth and disappointing operating performance. Revenue from operations grew by 0.6% to 1,188 crore compared to corresponding period last year. And last but not the least, the multi-specialty hospital Shalby has acquired 87% stake in Sansar International Hospital, Gurugram for 102 crore. This equity stake will be acquired within a period of 1 month through primary infusion and secondary buyouts. So these are all the important stocks and news which one needs to consider for the trading session today. If we take a look at the FIs and DIs data, the FIs sold shares worth Rs 9,902 crore, while the DIs bought shares worth Rs 5,977 crore on the 18th of January.